Hello and happy holidays. He's Dave Pyper. I'm Dave Huet. How's it going, Dave?
What's going on, Dave? It's snowy. It's beautiful. It's that time of year, baby.
We're lying. It's not snowy. Is it? I'm in a basement. I don't see anything.
I have a little bit of snow.
Do you? All right. I'm in a basement bunker, but I got my new studio set up and I'm enjoying it.
Oh, it's looking beautiful.
The lights just for you.
Love it. Love it.
So we're going to do our normal show here. We're going to talk through some injuries and stuff like that. And then we're going to get into the streaming challenge, and I'll gloss over how badly you beat me last week. It was embarrassing. So I guess I'm not glossing over it because I'm already talking about it.
Yeah, I'm not mad about that.
So we'll go through the injuries here. We're in like playoff time. So there's not as many pivots as like earlier in the season where I'm like, oh, if so-and-so's out, maybe you play Russell Gage. Like we're down to your final four teams in your league and stuff like that. Hopefully you're playing studs, but here we go. All right. Stafford is expected to be in, which is good, especially for the rest of the offense. But then again, like who's left on the offense there? Sorry, guys. Brandon Allen is out. Alex Smith is out. Daniel Jones, Piper's on again, off again love relationship. Daniel Jones is out with Colt McCoy is going to play for him. I really hope you are not grabbing Colt McCoy for your playoffs.
No. I would be treating him the same way Cleveland did.
So for running backs, Rashard Penny is expected to play, which again just makes Seattle's constant situation complicated. And again, in the playoffs, hopefully you aren't doing it, but how can we get through a week without having to mention what's going on in Seattle's running backs?
I know. Ridiculous.
Gibson is doubtful, so McKissick is probably worth the play, especially in PPR leagues. Melvin Gordon and Lindsey are questionable, which means I hope you don't need either, and I don't want to go to third string in Denver. That's my advice, is just find something else. If you're talking about them in your flex, don't be doing this, please. Ronald Jones is having a rough week, and my note here is terrible. I don't want to laugh at him too bad, but my note that I actually wrote to myself was Ronald Jones COVID fingers, which isn't true, but he's on the COVID list and has fractured fingers, and that sounds like a real rough week.
You never want COVID fingers.
No,
never,
that's
never in your life.
And Damian Harris has also been downgraded to out. So good luck. Good luck.
That's right.
All of these guys.
I say enjoy that last running back, because we talked long enough to get that last piece of news for you guys. That's the latest news. It's 119. No, so I'm gonna rattle off the wide receivers that are basically everybody's out. Basically, we have like one play, but Julio's out. Kenny's out, as you guys know. Smokey Brown's out. Thomas is out. Debo's out. Cooks is going to play, though. Cooks is going to play. Last week, we told you Cooks was going to play. We lied to you. He sat. But this week, we feel good about it. We feel like he's going to play this week. Yeah. So.
Yeah, the Michael Thomas being out's a bummer.
Yeah, definitely, especially for Saints fans.
I mean, so I guess I forgot to say this with the QB, but Drew Brees is in, and Drew Brees is starting, and it feels like, oh man, if you survive with Michael Thomas. But no, he's not playing. Yeah. So good luck. Good luck with that high pick. I'm feeling the pain. I've got Kenny Galladay and Julio on a playoff team, and nothing there.
Yeah, I know. Kenny and Julio, two of the best single name. It's like Oprah. I love it.
You know another great single name? Manscaped.
Oh, yeah. Dude, one of the best single names. Tell us more about the great single name of Manscaped.
Manscaped with their Lawnmower 3.0. Lawnmower, another great single name. I talk about it every week. It's fast charging on the cool little charging base. It's waterproof, so you can do it wherever you need to. And it's got the skid-safe technology, which is the most important part. I've always said I'm a bald man. I don't want to nick up my head, but I also don't want to nick up anything below the belt if you're using it for your below-the-belt grooming. And this gives you a lot of peace of mind when you don't want to be nervous. Check out the Lawnmower 3.0 from Manscaped. Use the promo code HarrisTube and you'll get a discount and free shipping. Thanks again for Manscaped for sponsoring the show. Okay. I'm holding back the tears. Let's just get right into it. Quick like a Band-Aid. Pyper kicked my butt. I'm showing the score. He almost doubled up on me. 78-39.
I will break you. Dave Hewitt.
The Washington defense got him 23, which is better than any one I had, even my quarterbacks. I did okay. Like Bridgewater got me 20. Our quarterbacks were okay. But, oh, man. I made a stink about not playing the Packers, who they only got 4. But I pivoted to the Giants with their 1. Like, I am sorry for wasting all your time, guys, with my anxiety about the Packers. I was right that I thought the Packers rated number 2 defense was too high for fantasy, but I was not right with anything I picked afterwards.
Yeah. Well, I will not apologize to any of you viewers out there. You can all thank me in the comments this week. You're welcome. You're welcome to be showered with such gifts of great knowledge of winning your fantasy championships. Like, Washington. No one would have guessed Washington. Washington 23 points. Come on. And guess what? You might see a sequel coming this week. You might see another 80 points. Who knows?
I feel like the emphasis in what you just said was guess. No one would have guessed.
No.
That's a little bit. It's a little bit how streaming defense works.
Yeah, I don't know why I capitalized the G in the middle of the sentence, but it was a capitalized guess. Yeah.
No one would have guessed except Dave.
Yeah.
Okay. So I lost badly. So I will go first.
First pick.
And we're doing 2-1-2, 2 QBs, 1 tight end, 2 QB.
And Haddon. Yes.
And not that creative here. I'm going with Jalen Hurts, Philly against Arizona, but he's only rostered at 35% of leagues, which means he's still surprisingly available. Like, we ran these numbers late last night. A lot of teams are eliminated, so I understand if you're not needing to play Hurts, but in all the 2 QB leagues, he better be picked up. Like, if nothing else, before you make your pick, I'm also going to mention this. We said Drew Brees is playing. Drew Brees is rostered he's rostered in about 70% of leagues. So I looked in one of my leagues and Drew Brees was still out there. I grabbed him in the playoffs as just a blocking maneuver because I didn't want the team that's playing Teddy Bridgewater to be able to get Drew Brees instead. So it might be worth taking a look and just seeing what's out there with your dead roster spots.
Absolutely. I was like, if Drew Brees is in your league, you're picking him up, even if you're not playing him, for sure. Absolutely. Yeah.
That's where Kenny gets the axe, and you just sit Drew Brees on your bench so he's not used against you.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
Where are you going with QB?
Couldn't agree more. I'm going to go with Baker. Going back to the well with Baker. One of the most egregious pick six I've ever seen in my life last Monday night. But he had a pretty good week. It was fine. So we'll go back to the well with Baker. Go back to the kitchen, if you will.
All right. Well,
With a bake.
Yeah, I got you.
My bad. Okay.
You got jokes like that. You're so ready someday. When you're a dad, you are locked and loaded.
I know, right? Locked and loaded for dad jokes.
I'm going to go with Phillip Rivers. He worked out for you last week, and he gets to play Houston. So he's rostered in 44% of leagues. So he's pretty available. Phillip Rivers. If he keeps throwing a TY, I'm okay with this.
I was gonna say, like, maybe involve the best receiver that's on the team. Maybe involve him a bit. But, well, Dave, you effectively chose both. I wrote down 4 names. I never write down 4 names. Listeners, viewers, I never write down. We picked 2. I write down 3. Usually it's just 2, so I'm not worried about it. I wrote down 4 names this week. Dave picked my 2, so I'm just gonna pick my 4th name with Stafford and hope I don't have to like pivot because his hand falls off or anything like that, or he gets COVID fingers or whatever. So yeah, like I'm gonna go with Stafford. I can't believe you picked Hurts and Rivers. Those were my.
Well, okay. Stafford's expected to play. I think you're okay. I mean, Kenny's out. So.
Oh no, I know, but you know how players lie or whatever.
Yeah. Players, coaches, everybody. Oh man, my last guy on the list was Mitch Trubisky. I'm glad it didn't come to that.
Yeah, dude. Okay, that's funny you said that. I was like, for a second, I was like, maybe we'll get a little risky.
Risky with old Trubisky.
Old Trubisky.
Okay, well, let's throw it to you. We're reversing for the tight ends again.
Yeah, for the tight end, last week I had the stellar play of Austin Hooper, who was ruled out on Friday night, and I somehow missed that information. But this week, I will take Jordan Reed, who I have confirmed will be playing this week. Jordan Reed is the worst tight end that you can draft in a redraft league, but he's one of the best tight ends that you can pick up off the waiver wire. I
agree with that. And it's been like that for a couple of years because every time you draft him, he gets hurt and you're just like, oh man, I was so excited about getting a healthy season from him. But if he's available, I'm with you. Yeah. Boy, it is bleak out here for tight end, which is probably why we didn't start doing tight ends.
Whose idea was that?
It was a fan, so we did it.
I know. Well,
We're
good for you,
we're
man.
full
That was a
service
great idea.
producers. But this is rough. I'm going. So Reed was my top. That's why I'm poorly vamping here, was because that's also where I was going. And I'm going with
Going to switch? I'm just
no. I'm doing Dalton Schultz. I'm hoping for Dalton to Dalton.
All right.
Uh,
Dalton the Dalton, dude. I love the Dalton connection, which is great because like it happened a couple times the week that we coined Dalton the Dalton.
the Dalton
Yeah.
text messages.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going for that, but I think it's worth. I looked maybe at Irv Smith against Chicago. Like we think Rudolph's out, so maybe
Irv Smith Jr.
Yes.
hates the retired joke on Twitter. Hates
Yes.
it. Does not like.
You
that
either
one.
know what
Yeah.
we're talking about or you don't. But if you do,
Yeah,
you're
check
in our
that
little
out.
circle. Okay.
But
Uh,
you can follow me at Dave Pyper. At Dave A Pyper.
Dave
right?
A. Piper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always
Don't
forget.
mess up your own name. It's on the screen.
I can't remember.
Okay.
Okay, so back to you for defense.
Back to me for defenses.
Yeah.
Man, this is going to get. I'm going to go Buffalo. They get to play against
All right.
Denver. They're available in 75% of leagues.
My first defense that I'll be taking this week will be Washington, because last week they were great. And again, this is like that defense. I think it was like one of the first things I said in this show was like, I'm not sure how Washington's defense is. And then I looked it up and I've been like, man, I like Washington's defense. Chase Young, so sweet. So yeah, I'm down.
All right. Not scared off by Seattle. I
No.
was. I expected you to take Washington, and I thought I could take him first. I could block him because the loser gets the draft first. And I went, no, I don't want to play Seattle.
No. You know I have a lot of love for bakers, but not for chefs.
No one's
There
cooking
we
against your defense.
No one's cooking against the Washington.
And if he's right, he was right last week. So maybe follow Dave on the defenses. I'm going Tennessee against Detroit. I still can't do it.
Really?
Yes.
That's fair. That was my third pick. Tennessee versus Detroit was my third pick. And I could make an argument for like 3 or 4 defenses. I'm like, hey, get these guys. Like Tampa Bay could be interesting because like Matt Ryan, sometimes he turns into Matt Ryan.
Right.
But my other pick is just Minnesota because Trubisky, he's just so risky. And so what's not so risky is taking Minnesota's defense. Yeah, I don't know. I'll just take Minnesota.
All right.
I guess. I don't feel like great about it. Not like Washington. I'm like, heck yeah, dude. Russell Wilson's in trouble. I'm not feeling so great about Minnesota. Maybe.
Hey, I'm going to, off the cuff here, ask you a question that I'm playing for my lineup. If you have Indiana, sorry, God, I cannot. Indianapolis. I will never get that right. If you have them as your defense, they've been one of the top defenses like all season long, but they're going against Houston. If you're in the playoffs, does this make you nervous?
I don't know. I mean, because I think. Okay, since this is off the cuff, I might if the stats might not reflect all my opinions.
Yeah.
But I believe that the majority of the Colts' points on defense this year was from takeaways and not from low-scoring games. And I could be wrong about that.
Yep.
And that is something that could happen against Houston. Yeah, I mean, the low-scoring game thing, I don't love that idea.
Right.
But I could see 2 interceptions and a fumble for loss or a pick set. Yeah, something for sure. I mean, I wouldn't be scared about it. That's what I would say. I wouldn't be scared.
Okay.
I wouldn't be
So
scared.
that is something I'm looking at in my actual leagues is where I have Indiana and I've been writing them all season, not worry about it. But you can go stream something like Buffalo against Denver, where I pick my defenses usually about who they're facing more than anything else. But Indiana's been pretty. Indianapolis. Oh my God! We gotta get out of here. We gotta end the show before I mess this up anymore. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for listening to me mess up the name of a team all season long. I hope you guys have some happy holidays.
Cheers.
Thanks so much for watching. Please, please, please smash that like button, write a comment, tell us who else you'd like to see us review film on, and of course, best of all, please subscribe to our channel and then click that little bell above the subscribe button and you'll be notified whenever we post a new video.
All right. We're going to make some picks. You ready?
I mean, I'm going to do my best.